Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the Shoot the Ship podcast. My name is Patrick, and I'm here with my two lovely co-hosts, Jack and Drew. Drew, thank God you turned the light on just now because your background looked like the Netflix Jeffrey Dahmer special a minute ago with the light off.
Hold on, it was all natural light. Let me show him.
Hey, if that ain't Chicago, I don't know what is, bro. The paper fucking shades like that is.
You heard it?
Chicago.
Hey, we doing gay stuff over here, boys.
Yeah, he's got his pants off.
I do.
Yeah, he turned his light off so he could vape because he was in his undies.
I'm a little under the weather, you know. Hanging out with fucking my nephew got me sick instantly.
Too much roofie?
I hope not.
No, if it's a kid, I understand that, man. I'm telling you right now, every fucking time the kids go back to school, it's instant sick, bro. They go to that Petri dish and bring all them damn germs home, and it's sick. Beginning of the school year, return from Christmas break, return from spring break, which is right around the corner. I'm not looking forward to that. It's instant.
Spring break for us over here in Chicago right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, spring break for us over here next week. We're going to California. We're going to go to San Diego, spend some time on the beach.
Nice.
All right.
Looking forward to that.
It's like every episode, this guy flexes on us.
How am I flexing? Because I said I'm going to San Diego for 3 days on fucking spring break. What?
San Diego for 3 days on spring break, going to the beach. Yeah.
Isn't that normal? I don't think that's a flex. I think that's normal.
Home all week.
Yeah. Well, no, I haven't been at home all week. Madison's playing baseball. It's baseball season, and at the strong urgence of Dad and our dad, Jack and Erica, I got back into coaching, which obviously is like, I was soured about it.
Does that have anything to do with the fact that the coaches out there got their heads up their asses?
No, not at all. Great organization. Literally, I love the organization out here. That was part of the reason why I wanted to get into it. We got great facilities. We got like 9 fields at our complex. Everything's got lights, concession stands, the whole 9 yards. But I missed baseball, man. And I missed teaching, and I missed being a part of the community. I took a couple years off because I was soured by my my last experience back home. And thankfully, I listened to Dad and Erica and got back into it because it's my thing. I'm old. I don't do shit except for that. Like I don't go nowhere. I don't do nothing. I work. Once in a while we go do something as a family, and then I coach baseball. So that's my me time. That's my therapy.
Those fields do look nice as hell. No lie.
I haven't seen them.
Yeah, bro. With the mountain backdrop.
Yeah, it's like all.
Do kids be cranking them? How old are these kids?
Well, Mads is 11, so in that age group. Just
okay. Do you coach guys too, or is it like guys and girls, just girls?
She plays with the boys. She's one of 2 girls on her team. She wanted the challenge. She played softball, like at the travel level. She was playing like full-time year-round travel softball. She was really good. She got a little burnt out from it. Took a year off. We got her back in this year. We were gonna have her play softball this year, but like just in-house, park. Little League, just the spring and the fall season, nothing too crazy to burn her out again. And she tells me before I get her registered, she's like, yeah, Dad, I want to play baseball. And I'm like, you understand that you guys are going to be, it's boys, right? It's a smaller ball. They're going to be hitting it harder. They're going to be throwing it harder. You're good with that? She's good with it. And I mean, she's already... Before I even got involved with coaching the team, she was already, first practice, the coach is like, yeah, she's my new starting third baseman. Hit and clean up. Like, she's really good.
I was going to ask if you're the dad who just starts his kids just because they're your kids.
I don't have nothing to do over the lineup. And if I did have, I coached my brothers for a long time. They ran through the various programs that I worked at because I was doing it professionally, coaching at the high school level and the college level. And when my brothers came through my programs, they didn't get no special treatment from me. As a matter of fact, I was harder on them than anybody else. So no, that's not my style. If she wasn't good, she wouldn't be playing, she wouldn't be in cleanup. She wouldn't have a starting job. As a matter of fact, the other day, I didn't like her attitude or, I didn't like her effort output in a game on Tuesday night. and I had her running foul pole after the game.
Oh, I thought you were saying during the game. I was like, that's rough.
Hey,
Get out the game and start running.
Fuck around and find out. If she got real out of line, that's the thing. She don't get out of line with me. It was just she was just like slouching. She wasn't there. She's trying to take the day off type of thing. So that could wait till after the game. She won't get crazy with me. But if she was to pop up for me during the game, she'd be running poles right behind the fence while the game's going on for everybody to see. I don't care. But thankfully, I ain't got to worry about that. I ain't got to worry about that with her. So.
Get it right.
But yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun. It's a good time. So yeah, nice few days away on the beach will be much welcomed. And I don't think it's a flex. So go fuck yourself.
It's a flex.
It's not a flex, dog. I live 20 minutes from California. Okay, I live in Southwest Nevada. I drive there. It's not a flex.
That's another flex.
All right.
I can't say nothing.
What are we flexing about?
About how he lives 20 minutes from a beach.
No. I don't live 20 minutes from a beach. I live about 4 hours from a beach, but I'm saying I drive there. It's
San
not like
Diego,
I take a flight.
not Lake Michigan, where there's fucking garbage and heroin needles on the shoreline.
I live 20 minutes from a beach if there's no traffic.
Yeah.
Right, but
the heroin
like
and
Jack just
garbage.
said, different kind of beach. I'm going to Pacific Beach on Ocean Boulevard.
And
okay, maybe not. See, now you made me flex a little bit. Don't do that.
And on our beach, there's literally like 6,000 people in a block and a half radius of stand. So
shooting each other.
Yeah.
We stopped going to the beaches before we moved.
That's what makes it a good time. You don't know if you're gonna make it back.
Not when you got fucking kids, dog.
Literally, you could.
Every time I go to the beach, I take my bulletproof vest.
Yeah. It's got a flotation device in it too. You just
like, you don't know how to swim? I know how to swim just fine. These are for bullets, not water.
Terrible.
So, I mean, I do, my common flex, which is just really a ball bust, is that, it's always nice out here weather-wise, but you guys got to be coming around, right? It was pretty decent today for Sox opening day. I saw it was like, 50 and sunny?
Something like that, but it was like 48.
48.
But it still felt a little chilly.
That's good for a Sox opening day. Jack, you remember the Sox opening day me, you, Chris, and Erica went to? Then it was fucking snowing.
Snowed, yeah. I was just gonna say it snowed like 3 days ago here.
It was snowing while we were in the seats. It was brutal. It was
terrible.
Brutal.
But good seats, though.
So I consider 48 and sunny a successful Sox opening day.
For sure.
Weather-wise, game wasn't successful.
The Cubs had their opening day a little while ago, right? Like last week.
Playing right now as we speak. They're playing the Rangers on ESPN.
Oh, nice.
What's the score?
It is 0-0 in the bottom of the first.
Oh, it just started.
Yeah. Sox lost 1-0. Garrett Crochet made his first career start. He was filthy. Like, he looked like 2020 Crochet when he was a rookie coming out of the bullpen, like 2 months after they drafted him in the first round out of Tennessee and called him right up to try to help with the playoff push. And he had a 100-mile-an-hour fastball and a filthy-ass high 80s, low 90s slider. And he just looked great. And he had Tommy John shortly after that. So he's been kind of on the road to recovery for the last year and a half. But so he's finally healthy, fully healthy. And they put him into the rotation at his request. And he made his first start today. He went 6 innings, gave up 1 run on a few base hits, struck out 8, walked none. He had the fastball hitting 98, 99, 100, and he was spotting it, and the slider was there. So that was great. But the Sox offense looked exactly like you would have thought it would look like with the dollar store free agent signings they made all winter.
So, Drew, why do you look like you're hiding from the cops and run down the hill right now?
My fucking mic is dying, bro. I gotta fucking bend down towards my charger.
No way.
It's all good.
I'm prepared for class, Drew. Shit.
I thought I was gonna be able to use my phone. I didn't think I was gonna have to use a headset. But it's okay. We're gonna do this for a couple more minutes, and it should be charged enough to finish the pod. But anyway, We're not talking about me.
Like somebody charges their vape, bro.
First of all, my vape is always charged.
Oh shit.
No, actually, I've been trying to get off the vape, so I'm thinking about buying some Zins because at least it's not fucking up my lungs. And I figure like I've tried a Zen before and it does not. I don't like it, so like I figure like I'll use it less. You know, maybe like one a day.
Oh, Zims like Cronus? What the fuck?
It's like a non tobacco like thing that you put in your mouth, but it's got nicotine in it. It's what all the kids are using. Anybody who watches fucking
Did you say Zyn?
yeah, like ZYN.
Yeah, Zyn.
Oh.
Yeah, you really are
Well,
Jeffrey
it's just
Dahmer.
edgy because when I quit smoking, I did the same thing. I stopped inhaling so that I would get so disgusted by the taste with no return that I would just I vomit when I'm around it. Smoke.
Well,
So that's
I went from the heaters to the vape, and it ain't doing shit for me. So now I just now I wouldn't smoke in my house. Now I'm sitting here hitting this fucking vape in my house constantly. So
Bro,
it's gotten
the
worse.
vapes are just as bad. I mean, at least they don't have the smell. But like in my car, like I'd be hitting it, and like if I don't get a car wash for a while, there's like a fucking film on my windows.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be hotboxing that motherfucker. People think I'm smoking weed. I'm just fucking a loser hitting my vape.
Oh my god, that's so funny. My mom just told me a story about Mark the other day where she got in his car and she could barely see out of his window because all the weed build up on the window. Smoking in the car in the winter.
Bro, when we've smoked, he's like we're hotboxing. I'm like, what are we in high school? you like your car smelling like that? I guess.
Hey man, speaking of weed, I don't smoke weed, but I got this shit right here today. My mother-in-law gave it to me. Actually, no free ads. Okay, go fuck yourselves. But it's basically unless you want to sponsor us. But anyway, it's basically this like CBD cream balm, right, for my knees. My knees are fucking shot. So like after baseball and shit, I gotta rub the knees down with this balm so I could walk. But I cracked this bad boy because I was taking the CBD capsules and using like BioFreeze, spraying BioFreeze on my knees. But I'm trying to like consolidate that to one thing to be in the balm. So boom, but I cracked this shit open today and I was like, it's CBD. It ain't supposed to have THC in it. I cracked it open. It smelled like a burnt joint. I'm like, I'm not doing this shit. I'm rubbing my knee, walking around smelling like burnt joints all day.
Dude, you
and not even smoking this shit. What the fuck?
Great absorption. It's like eating asprin, bro. Chew it.
No.
That is not what I thought you were gonna say at all.
The smell's just too much, man. I can't look. If I'm gonna walk around smelling like burnt joints all day, I'm a smoking joint. Like, I mean,
you still do the cold plunges or no?
What's stopping you?
No, not yet. I'm actually working on trying to get. I've been looking at one because it's hot as shit out here. I'm not a flex. Shut up. I've been working on one. I don't want to have to like buy a bag of ice every day to do it. And
yeah,
that'll get pricey. But I've been looking at this one. That's really good. Again, I'm going to mention the name because no free ads, this ain't infomercial. But I was looking at one that has pretty good like cooling, it's insulated well and got a cap that seals and everything. So like you only have to like refill it once a week. It holds its temperature. So like that's reasonable.
Hey, you're gonna have to send me that shit. Is it expensive?
No, I mean it's a couple $100, but.
That's not
for
bad.
The use you're going to get out of it, it's I wouldn't consider that expensive.
I was thinking about getting one of those ones that are like $5,000. It's like a whole big ass like white tub, and it's got like its own power, so you could control the fucking temperature and shit.
Oh yeah, that's overkill. I'm not trying to. 30 seconds.
You
for 30 seconds a day, so that's.
You kind of went in and out. I got the gist, but I'm just letting you know. You went in and out.
Oh, yeah, my bad. I'm saying like one of the big ones that Drew's talking about. Like you're in it for 30 to 60 seconds tops. So like, I'm not.
Well, me when I was doing mine consistently, I was doing it for 5 minutes, like 50 degrees.
It's not that I wouldn't stay in there for 5 minutes because it feels great. The issue is you're supposed to stay in there that long. You're only supposed to stay in for like 5 minutes a week. Well, I watch Gary Brecka. I don't know if anybody knows him, but he says like
11 minutes a week, which I mean that would only mean 2 days, but I used to do it like damn near every day except for on the weekends.
So you went from 11.
Maybe. I'm not a doctor.
Went
This
from
is just
11
one thing
to
that I read.
25 or 30.
At 25, 5 times 5.
Okay.
But honestly, when I was doing that shit, I felt great. Like it's just tough to get in it. Like in the winter, it's nice because I just fill up my tub with water and like it literally comes out fucking 50 degrees. Like actually, sometimes depending like when it was negative 25 over here, it was a little lower. It was like 48 degrees. But like it doesn't sound that cold, but that's just fucking cold. But like during the summer, it's a pain in the ass. I have a fucking I just do it in my bathtub. Fucking I got an ice maker that I have running 24/7 just to cool it down to 50 degrees.
Yeah, no, that's true. And this one that I'm talking about, and I'll send you the link, Drew, so you have it. It's a little more compact, so it doesn't take up a bunch of space. And then obviously, like I said, with the good seal that it has on it, you do a bag of ice a week, and it'll hold its temperature for the week as long as you place. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if you stay in there as long as you'd like, it might be a little bit different because your body temperature's heating the water up at that point. But
yeah,
if you're, in and out 2 minutes a day in the morning, it should be fine for the entire week.
That shit's like better than a cup of coffee. That shit wakes you up instantly.
Bro, it's so good. Not for your joints, for your muscles, for your bones, and then not just like you said, the coffee, like a caffeine jolt. Like you're awake.
Good for your skin too.
Least of my concerns, but yeah, that's good. I got 2 fucking shit knees.
Right, hey, I got a lot of skin up here. I got to take care of now, you know?
Hell yeah, bro! Once you go bald, you gotta fucking take care of what you got. The hell?
Oh man, that's funny. It's good stuff. So what's up? You guys been watching March Madness or what? You guys been following along? I mean, we were supposed to do the March Madness show last week, but again, I had some unforeseen circumstances that were unavoidable at home last week that I had to tend to. So that's on me. But Sweet 16 is going on right now. Actually, Illinois plays tonight in the Sweet 16. They play.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been following the women's side more than the men's this year.
Yeah. With Caitlyn Clark, she's a dog. Did you see she got a $5 million offer from Big Three Ice Cube's basketball league to go play over there?
I did not see that, but I'm not surprised.
She should take that shit.
Nah,
that would actually get some eyes on the Big Three. Ain't nobody talked about that since he started it.
If they let her do it in addition to the WNBA, sure, but she should go to the WNBA. Long term, should probably make more money, and then off the endorsements and everything. Although the Indiana Fever have the #1 pick in the WNBA draft, so she's going from the cornfields of Iowa to the cornfields of Indiana. So,
yeah, sucks. Indiana. I don't trust that place.
The greatest women's college basketball player of all time, who has unlimited marketability potential, and she's gonna get drafted by fucking Indiana.
Should pull fucking Eli Manning and say, "I'm not gonna play for you."
Oh man. Well, I mean, other than her,
I don't think that's how it works. But Jack, time out. Speaking of pulling an Eli Manning, Jack, it's time to eat your crow. Justin Fields was traded to the Steelers for a garbage conditional draft pick. I've been telling you for months. What's
your point? I never said they weren't trading them. But since we're on that, 6th round pick is all you could get. That's
well. To be fair, they had better offers apparently. They had better offers apparently, but they wanted to do right by Justin Fields, which I understand because as soon as they get a good team around him, they fucking trade his ass and want to draft a good QB. Like dude, honestly,
the better offers were 4th round picks. All right, he was never getting anything more than a day 3 pick.
I thought we were gonna get a 1st round pick, like at the beginning, like when the season ended. I thought we were getting Atlanta's 8th pick or whatever they have.
Never. Guys should listen to me. You guys should fucking listen to me. Like I do this for a living. I told you.
Steelers robbed the shit out of us for that.
I think he takes the starting job halfway through the season, if not next season.
I think Pittsburgh's going to do everything they can not to make him the starter because that 6th rounder turns into a 4th rounder if he plays 51% of the games.
Yeah, I mean, but
Either
I mean,
way,
you probably are right, but probably next season.
That's why they drafted Wilson, but also to give him some
Free agent pickup, but
well, that's the thing too is he's they're not going to pick up his 5th-year option because that'll cost him like $28 million against the cap in 2025. So he's going to be a free agent after next season. So like I don't really see what like
I think they took him because he's a similar play style to Wilson, and they wouldn't need to change their playbook too much. And I think but I still think it's beneficial for Fields because I do think the Bears didn't really give him any tools. So take what you get at Pittsburgh, learn from Wilson, learn from the Steelers, and I think what's hurting him is that 5th year. Nobody wants to sign him till after that's up. So
speaking of football, go ahead.
Hold on, it was a good landing spot for him. The truth of the matter is, nobody viewed him as a starter in the NFL, and yeah, Drew, you know the sentiment that they finally put a good team around him and then they trade him. It's like, well, 2 things. Number one, when Ryan Poles took over, he was already on the roster. Ryan Poles didn't draft him. Ryan Pace drafted him in a desperation move to save his job in his lame duck year. And Ryan Poles had to strip that roster down to bare nuts to fix all the problems that were there. And so now it's like I said, he's going into his 4th year, which is his final cost-controlled year. He hasn't improved anything as a starter in the NFL over 3 seasons, and it costs you $28 million to extend it to pick up that 5th-year option. Fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, he just the money just don't work. Like it just don't line up. The Bears can't be like, yeah, we're gonna. He ain't done shit to prove himself so far, but now we got some good players, so we're gonna throw a bag at him and hope he figures it out. And we're gonna pass on Caleb Williams. That's the type of shit that gets people fired in the NFL. So Ryan Poles didn't really have a choice at this point.
Yeah,
this wasn't.
I agree.
Mess. He was cleaning up somebody else's mess, and Justin Fields was an unfortunate casualty in all of it.
I think we'll just have to wait a couple seasons. Let Fields get signed again, and hopefully he gets a decent team and can show that he can do more.
I mean, look, he's a nice guy. He's a nice kid, so I hope the best for him. I just don't. I can't. Like I said, it's been my job to break this kid's film down for 3 fucking years, and he's done nothing to make me think that that's going to happen. I hope the best for him. It's not personal, but I can't be like, yeah, he's going to turn it around because
my complaint was it's not even like it's never. My complaint is more with the Fields thing is I'm still bent out of shape with the McCaskies more than.
Oh well, yeah, forever.
Right.
The McCaskies, the Reinsdorfs.
It's just one bad decision after the other, and then it's like a repeat every 3 years. So it's like, once again,
yes, to the extent that I think that look, you got to look at it as a tortured Chicago sports fan. I'm with you 100%, but I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair to Ryan Poles because he comes from a winning organization where he had success building a winning organization in the front office in Kansas City. And since he's been here, more often than not, he's made the right call, whether it be through the draft, free agency, extending versus not extending players. Roquan Smith, he wasn't going to budge on it. He didn't value off-the-ball linebackers the way Roquan Smith might have been paid. So he traded him, valued a shutdown number 1 corner in Jalen Johnson. So he made sure he did whatever he had to do to give him the bag and make him one of the highest paid corners in the NFL and keep him. But so just everything that Ryan Poles has done in a vacuum as a front office executive has been great.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's fair either. In the same essence, though, I don't feel like he's getting a fair shake with the McCaskies either. I feel like he's constantly got them down their back. Like you said, he drafted Caleb because he, at this point he has no choice, right?
No, he wants to draft him. Yeah, financially, it kind of left him with a dude, your whole career rides on this. If you don't make this choice, your whole career rides on it. But that doesn't mean that he doesn't want to draft him. Like he wants to draft.
Well, sure. Well, what about how they didn't let him pick?
Because he could draft Jake May or Jaden Daniels or JJ McCarthy or Bo Nix. He don't have to draft Caleb Williams, but he had to draft a quarterback. okay, because of the money. But he's going to choose Caleb Williams because he wants to. Dude, you should have saw Matt Eberflus's face at Caleb Williams' pro day last week. That dude's jaw was on the floor. He had the biggest smile on his face. He looked like he was getting aroused watching Caleb Williams throw.
I bet. Best player he's ever had to deal with, I bet. That's my point. McCaskey's overrode Poles and told him he's keeping Eberflus. I hope it doesn't.
I like Eberflus.
No, Ryan Poles likes Eberflus. That was his decision. Ryan Poles believes in Matt Eberflus.
The McCaskies went out there and said that they were making the decision.
No, that was Matt Nagy. The final year they made Ryan Pace keep Matt Nagy, and they vocally said that.
I'm pretty sure I heard the same thing when Eberflus came around too.
Nah, Poles is Eberflus's guy. No, you know what you heard? I'll tell you what you heard is that they initially forced the hire of Eberflus because Poles was a first-time GM, even though he had front office experience in the Chiefs. But the McCaskies, the mom and pop shop that they are, thought that they knew better, and they forced the hire on him. So you're correct to that point. But now Ryan Pace loves Matt Eberflus. He's got a ton of confidence.
Ryan Poles.
And I mean, look, to be fair, dude, the way that the Bears season started last year, in retrospect, now that it's all over, like, dude, that was a nuclear fucking disaster. And
look, I just don't like Eberflus, so I hope that doesn't turn out to be a burn everything down.
And he righted that ship in the locker room, man, and got them to play really well down the stretch.
I like Eberflus.
But was that?
I like him with his new look.
Was it Eberflus?
Oh yeah, that man looks like went from "I'll have you home by 9" to I don't know what the fucking meme is, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but who was it really motivating the team in the back? Was it Eberflus or Field?
It was Eberflus. He turned that defense into a. First of all, he got past his defensive coordinator having to get fired in week 2. He got past one of the worst starts we've ever seen in Bears history, like a disastrous, just nuclearly bad start. He turned that team around. He whipped that. He took over as the defensive play caller, and he whipped that defense with nothing but the addition of Montez Sweat. And that's not to downplay that because Montez Sweat's a great player. But he whipped that defense into a top 5 defense in the second half of the season. That's credit to him as a defensive mind.
No, there's a study out there that says historically in all sports franchises that the teams where the owner's biggest investment is that team, they're historically poorly run.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know whether that's true or not, but anecdotally, I could see it. I just think that with the McCaskies in particular, they're a mom and pop business, like they have been since George Halas founded the team. It's stayed in that family forever, and like the fucked up part is George McCaskey will be the first person to go on record and say, "I'm not a football guy. I don't make football decisions," and then when push comes to shove, he's also the first person to make football decisions. So
he strokes sheer luck, it sounds like. And that's what they were saying about the teams, is that those types of owners, they're too hands-on and they don't hire people to make the decisions that know what they're doing.
No, yeah. Like I said, anecdotally, I agree. I do think that Ryan Poles is the exception to the rule. Just speaking with his track record, both previous to Chicago and in Chicago, he's probably done as good a job as a GM and anyone in the NFL, or a front office executive as anyone in the NFL, looking at his whole career, both in Kansas City and here.
I'll tell you what, at least the Bears are something to talk about because the rest of the Chicago sports is.
You see the thing I posted on Facebook today? The Facebook memory from 2 years ago? It was the Drake meme where it was like, Bulls winning or Bulls losing important games, and then the Blackhawks winning meaningless games down the stretch. It was from 2 years ago this time, and it came up in my memories, and I was like, that could have been posted yesterday, and it would have still been just as funny. Nothing has fucking changed. Other than Connor Bedard giving the Blackhawks a ton of hope, nothing has changed between those two teams. The United
one
Center
guy carrying the team to injury.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's 1-0 Cubs. I don't know how they scored. I just looked up and saw it's 1-0 Cubs.
I would say the only thing that Ryan Poles has done bad over here so far is fucking Chase Claypool.
Oh yeah, I mean, look, it's facts, and he would, probably not on the record, but he would.
Man, the Steelers keep getting one over on us, huh?
He didn't get one of those over on us on Justin. That was a decision that was made. Like we're going to take less to help the kid out. He's a good kid. He's liked, so you buy yourself that kind of leverage. But yeah, that Claypool deal was not a good deal. But that's you're going to have your
over there about the Steelers that he likes. That's what I want to know because.
Yeah, I mean, other than Mike Tomlin, I don't really understand it either because they got their offensive coordinator, they fired Matt Canada, kept it in-house. They hired from within for the offensive coordinator spot. You're sitting behind Russell Wilson. The Steelers are over 500 every year, but they're never a Super Bowl contender. Like, credit to Mike Tomlin for always having the team competitive, no matter what his roster looked like. But okay, I guess there's some value from a fan standpoint in being a perennial contender and always having a reason to be excited. But really, at the end of the day, don't that get frustrating? Like always being a perennial contender, but never actually a Super Bowl contender. Like,
where are the Packers fans at? Let's ask them.
Right. It's like the Tampa Bay Rays today, opening day. They dropped the banner. They're one of the only teams in baseball that does this. Everybody makes fun of them. They raise a banner when they make the wild card, bro. It's like we're hanging wild card banners. What the fuck are we doing here? Like that's the what we're shooting for is wild cards. that's for me. It's just like, yes, as a Chicago fan, I would like to have some more consistent optimism around my sports teams, but I also don't think I would be okay with year in and year out being wild card good and nothing better. That would get frustrating as hell.
Well, hopefully we got a pretty good team, so hopefully Caleb Williams gets the job done this year and we at least make the playoffs.
Well, that's the thing. It's just saying hopefully Caleb Williams gets the job done this year, and this is not saying that I don't believe that he can, because I think that he's that good. But just throwing it all in the kid's lap and saying hopefully he could get the job done this year, I don't know if that's fair.
I mean, we damn near made the playoffs last year.
That's the approach they took with Fields and Trubisky and everybody. They always say,
totally, yes, right, but totally different situation, and that's why they got into that fucking mess. Do we want to do it again? You just said you don't want to do the same thing over again. I think you have to change. I think Ryan Poles, and I think he does, has to have a different mindset than that. And I could tell you for a fact, for your own peace of mind and comfort, that the McCaskies are all in on Poles and Eberflus. There's not a lame duck year like it was for Pace and Nagy. There's no win or go home for them this year. They're all in on what they've done and what the plan is so far. So you don't have to worry about that. If they win 9 games this year, if they win 8-9 games, they won 7 games last year. I think they overperformed a little bit towards the end. And if they win 8 or 9 games this year and they just miss a wild card spot, I think that's a success as long as Caleb Williams has a good developmental year, right? Not the box scores. A good developmental year where you could sit there at the end of the year, you could look back at the tape and say, okay, yes, from week 1 to week 18, he became a better quarterback, right? And they won 1 or 2 more games than they did last year. And now they still see Ryan Poles has been very calculated with the way that he uses his cap space. Everybody wanted the Bears to go out and go on a spending spree in free agency and spend at the top of the market because they had this cap space to do it. But Poles knows that this rebuild ain't over yet. It's just getting close to being over. And so he didn't blow his load on quite frankly, a shitty free agent class across the board. It was very top heavy and like 2 or 3 spots in top heavy and very thin behind it. And a lot of teams overpaid at premium positions for non-premium players. So I'm really happy that he was very calculated in getting players that he needed at positions of need with skill sets that fit. And he didn't blow all that cap space, because next year, then you go out and you spend at the top of the market in a stronger free agent class. You add up with another good draft class. He's got a bunch of picks next year, including Carolina's 2nd rounder. And then they should be cooking. And also, let's not forget, now you're talking about if Caleb Williams succeeds, you're 3 years away from having to give your quarterback $400 million with about 275 of that guaranteed. You need to have that money earmarked. and put into a bond account. So it was very smart. Everything that he's done so far has been very calculated. And it all says, as much as we would like for this year to be a flash in the pan, bang, bang, we jump into contention, it's not set up to be like that. That doesn't mean that it can't happen, but it isn't set up that way. So if it doesn't happen, you have to like look at the bigger picture and take the small victories, the developmental victories across the board into the following season.
Well, I like the Ravens getting Derrick Henry.
I love the Ravens getting Derrick Henry. I told you at the trade deadline they should have traded for his ass because J.K. Dobbins got busted his ACL in week 1 last year against Houston. I said Derrick Henry would have been perfect in that Ravens offense at the trade deadline. Might have put him over the edge.
I was going to say,
against the Chiefs.
Put him into the Super Bowl.
Might have put him into the damn Super Bowl.
Yeah, maybe they will actually run him against the Chiefs when they play him.
That's what I'm saying.
Fucking finally take out Patrick Mahomes. I'm tired of seeing that guy happy.
I can't hate on him.
He's good, but I don't know. I was never a Kermit the Frog fan.
Well, this is just the same as Tom Brady and the Patriots. In 2001, when the Rams and the Patriots played in the Super Bowl and Tom Brady replaced Drew Bledsoe, youngster, every America needs a hero, okay? And the Rams were the greatest show on turf, and they were in the Super Bowl a couple years before that against the Titans, and they were a powerhouse. And the Patriots, this is right after 9/11, so the Patriots, they became America's team. Tom Brady became America's quarterback. And everybody rooted for him. And then just 5 years later, it was the same thing. 3 Super Bowls in 5 years, he was a villain, and the Patriots were villains. So
I always liked Tom Brady.
With Patrick Mahomes right now.
Hey, look, all I'm saying is, why is the guy's face mask over here?
I hate his helmet. I fucking hate it. The day you told me that, what was I doing? Oh, I was at the Super Bowl. Yeah, I was getting ready to go into a press conference. That's why I had to get off the phone with you. And you were like, hey, it was with Mahomes. I was at the damn Chiefs hotel. I was at the Chiefs hotel getting ready to go in for our media availability on that day. And that's because you said, hey, man, do me a favor and ask Patrick Mahomes why he got that goofy-ass helmet.
Is it goofy? I haven't even noticed.
Oh, it's like 6 feet off his head because of his fro. It's like the top of the head goes here, and the face mask is here, and it's like he's got like a cone head for a helmet and shit, and his chin strap goes like this. It's like he can't even keep the damn thing on.
It is really awkwardly. It's an awkwardly placed, shaped helmet. It looks goofy. I agree, 100%. I don't know why I'm a stickler for stuff like that. Like players' helmets, like especially like a player that you see constantly, like a quarterback. Like if he's got a goofy ass face mask, I don't want nothing to do with it. It's just weird. Back in the day, some of the like Dante Culpepper and Cordell Stewart in the early 2000s had the long 3-bar quarterback face mask, and I was like, get that shit the fuck off my TV screen. I don't want to see that. You don't look like a traditional quarterback. Right, you look like a fucking edge rusher, okay? Outside linebacker. Get rid of that face mask. I'm tired of it. It looks stupid. It's like left-handed quarterbacks. I hate watching Tua. Because left-handed quarterbacks are witches. I don't want to see that shit. The whole body.
It looks weird, bro.
On the broadcast,
it looks fucking weird.
Mike Vick was the same way. The good thing is you didn't have to watch Mike Vick in the pocket a lot because he was constantly on the move. But
Michael Penix Jr. is lefty, right?
Yeah, that's why I want none. I mean, other than the fact that he's like 42 years old, he's had 6 knee surgeries, and he played in a shitty ass Pac-12 conference. I don't want nothing to do with seeing him throw lefty every Sunday on my TV screen.
Oh, by the way, nice flex again, buddy.
What?
Yeah, I was in the Chiefs hotel. That's right. Yeah,
that's my job. Fuck, I do that. That's how I put food on my family's table. I'm not flexing.
I mean,
it was context to the story. You brought the story up. The proper context was you asked me to ask him because I was going to talk to him.
You kept rolling into it though. It was kind of like,
oh my god, I just won't talk no more. I just won't talk no more. I'm sorry. I'll quit my job. I'll do something different. So everything's flexing. I'll sell my nice fucking house in the back.
Hey,
Jack.
do us all a favor. I'm just kidding.
Check. Speaking of favors, we want to see your fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin fucking impression.
Yes.
Man.
Yes.
No, man, you tried to fucking. Nah, I know what you're doing.
We want to see it. We want to see it.
Saying that the bear motion looks like dicks in my mouth. It's all good. Don't worry about it.
Do it though.
Come on.
Explain the shirt. Explain the shirt.
So the shirt. That's why they came up, bro. Because it's a dead 316, Austin 316. Stone Cold said so because I said so. All right. And Drew asked me to do my Stone Cold impression, and I did the.
Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Nah.
Don't be shy. Do it.
Come on. For the people. Do it for the fans.
For the fans. The only fans?
Bro, that too.
Hey, $15 a month, and I'll give you my best Stone Cold.
I'll send you $15 right now if you fucking do it.
Send it.
It'll take my camera off. I can't send it till after the pod.
It's a contractual agreement.
There you go.
Hey, Drew, that was the best $15 you ever spent. I hope that
Hey, for real.
viral. Clip that shit.
Oh, man.
I thought it was a fucking Bible shirt, to be honest. I was like, 316? What is that?
Well, that's
Obviously, you could tell I didn't grow up watching wrestling.
Clearly.
Shame on you, because I'll tell you what, it was nothing better than 90s Attitude Era WWE.
Dude, Stone Cold
WWF
rolling into the
back then.
stadium every week with fucking 400 cases of beer, just punching and stunning everybody in sight.
Hey, the 90s era, the Attitude Era in wrestling in the WWE was so damn good that it got Dad back into wrestling at that point. At that point, Dad was ordering all the pay-per-views. We were doing Royal Rumbles, WrestleManias at the house. That shit was so good, bro. You remember the grocery store fights, the hospital fights?
Yeah, we're talking like even the little pay-per-views like No Way Out and shit.
The storylines were just wild, man. Like, it was so damn entertaining.
I saw something.
Watch wrestling now, because it's just not. It'll never be the same for me.
I saw something. They're done with the PG era, right? Something like that.
Yeah, they just started a new era since TKO, the whole UFC and WWE Endeavor merger. Triple H is running the show now. Vince is out, and The Rock is on the board as well. So they've been really good the last year and a half, and they're really, and especially in the past few months going into WrestleMania 40, they've been really cranking it out. I'm talking, they're bringing blood back, swearing, the promos are fire, the matches are fire. Yeah, it's the booking, the storylines is top notch. Yeah, I mean,
not golf. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I want to see, it's wrestling. I want to see bullshit. Like,
I doubt we're ever gonna see who's getting custody of Dominic again, but
that's the shit that blows my mind though, bro, is like, now you could do that. Like, back then that shit was off the wall. Parents wouldn't let their kids watch it. It wasn't socially acceptable. Now you're in the era where you can do all of that and then some and get away with it, and they choose not to do it. What are we doing here?
I don't know.
Well, Vince McMahon's been on his P. Diddy shit, right?
Yeah, he is. That's why he's out. But he was the one driving that. He was the one like super controlling, and like you can't say word. Like he didn't let them say wrestling on the commentator booth. He was like sports entertainment. Now they're like wrestling, and they're talking about other companies, and they're throwing jabs out there, and the Pat McAfee's on the announcer booth, and Pat
McAfee's hilarious.
He's hilarious.
Fucking hilarious.
So they're killing it. But yeah, I don't know what the hell. Vince's idea was always that generational branding is that if we target the kids, the parents will buy more for the kids than they buy for themselves, and then those kids will grow up with the product, and so.
Okay, I mean, great, but that's the same thing they did in the Attitude Era. Like I just said, Dad was not a wrestling fan. He was, he was Hulk Hogan era type of shit. He was he was a long time removed from being a fan of wrestling and disconnected from it. But it was so good that, like, not only did we get whatever we wanted because we liked it so much, because it was so intriguing to us, and every other kid was the same. You're talking pay-per-views, merchandise, belts, toys, T-shirts, everything. then you get the parent. The parents actually got into it again and became consumed.
And then it's like I never really, for like you said, I never really understood that. Like it sounds great, but it doesn't. If you were a wrestling fan, it doesn't make sense because, you know, like you said, even during those trashy eras, we watched the shit, and it's even like now, like I take my kids to other shows. I take them to AEW. I take them to Indies. I take them to, like, I'd rather him watch better programs, even if it's, you know, it's like I don't care. I'm cool. He plays GTA, for Christ's sakes, Jesus. You know, I'm not worried about this PG stuff.
Exactly. Between GTA and Call of Duty and fucking Roblox and Rec Room and all these other goofy ass things that the kids is readily available to kids these days. We're worried about some PG-13, you know, borderline PG-17 storylines and action on wrestling.
And the Roblox, people be like, "Oh, what's wrong with Roblox?" Bro, if you ever actually played Roblox, like
a bunch of pedophiles.
First of all, it's a bunch of pedophiles in there, okay?
Is it?
Yeah.
But secondly,
hey Drew, if you're asking, you might got to be on the other side of the conversation.
Well, I don't know shit about Roblox, but except that kids fucking play it. Don't try to make me seem like one of those things.
Pedophiles in Roblox. And at the same time, those are all like custom game modes that the players make. So it's not like Minecraft, like people think it is. You're not jumping around and building blocks. There's fucking survival modes where you're shooting each other in the face and like torturing each other and shit. Like,
it's crazy.
I just know parents be spending half their fucking salary on Robux.
Nah, fuck that. I ain't spending shit. Madison, first of all, she ain't allowed to play that. And then she ain't allowed to play Roblox because all the pedos and shit. But she plays Fortnite. And but we told her, listen, ain't no you know, other than good report card, holiday, birthdays, shit like that, where we would naturally buy you a gift of your choosing. You know, you ain't gonna be there's no currency coming from mom and dad's wallet for this shit. You better figure it out. She does.
Sell some lemonade on the fucking strip.
Yeah, right. Fucking kids. These kids don't work. Bullshit. That shit.
I got 40 times more skins than Chris does.
Yeah, that shit's dead. No, we just now got to work 2 to 3 jobs to take care of all their hobbies and wants and needs.
Chris will be like, "Hey, Dad, you seen so and so's on the Fortnite store?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, I see him." Like, "Oh yeah," you know, trying to hint like he would like it. I'm like, "Oh, that's cool."
Well, it's easy to get you because you like it.
No, I'd be like, "That's cool." And then 12 hours later, I just spent $50 and bought everybody in the store and bought him nothing. He'd be like,
"Not me," because I don't give a shit. I don't know nothing about it. So she's like, "Oh, she don't even waste our time telling me that she already knows what the answer's gonna be."
Hey, but I work for the money. I can, that's my personal budget for the week.
For sure.
I put about $50 every paycheck aside to buy video games stuff for myself.
But that's cool. That's your thing. You work. You bust your ass. You earned it. You work for it. That's cool. It's the same as me. You know, that's not $50 a week because I'm more of a seasonal gamer. Like I said, Madden comes out, MLB show comes out. I get on it and play it for a while, but like that's the extent of it for me these days.
Yeah, I'm sure you make your routine money on something though. That's your you're spending money. Let's say if it's not just video games, right?
Right.
So
right. Yeah, you fuck around money. You're walking around.
They look at us and I'm like, yeah, but I get that right. It's my money, fucker. Like the rest is going to you anyway in some capacity. So shut up.
Exactly. One worst case scenario. Guess what? Guess who feels the burden of that purchase? Me, when I'm working an extra shift, not you.
So I don't care. I'll buy shit right in front of them and then be like, "You want to play?" and jump in the lobby and with my new skin.
Hey man, you're spending too much money on Chris because when I play with him, fucking. Wait, can you guys hear me? Did I mute myself? Yeah. Okay. This man, I put on a skin and he fucking puts on the same damn skin. I'm like, no. If I wanted to fucking play the same skin as you, I would have switched earlier.
So, well, I don't really buy him too many. Occasionally, you know, I'll like gift him one or two. Like, you know, every once in a while, I'll be like, I'll give you one. You know, But he actually gets his grandpa buys those skins for him. So I don't give a shit. It ain't coming out of my pocket.
Man, my grandparents ain't buy me shit as a kid. I don't think my grandparents ever bought me a damn thing other than for Christmas.
Well, shit, considering that I paid for everything else for the kid,
Hey.
you could buy his goddamn Fortnite. You know?
Yeah.
I'm good with that. Like, so, I mean, I used to be. I mean, pre having my own responsibilities to take care of with them. I mean, I used to spend the money anyways on PJ and Madison. You know, so I was the uncle that would come over with $300 worth of gifts, and Pat would be like, "Hey, great." Didn't next week he'd be like, didn't your uncle just buy you a bunch of shit? Don't talk to me, dude.
Right. Exactly.
I remember one year Pat's like, hey, DJ's birthday's coming up. What do you plan on getting him? I was like, I don't know. What's he looking for? He's like, well, he wants this new catcher set. $300 catcher set, by the way. Pat just shamelessly throws it out there like, you can get him that. You could get him. And then keeps adding stuff. Like, I'm going to buy him 2 or 3 things. And I'm thinking to myself, like, dog, I'm making minimum wage.
Well, here's the thing.
But here's the thing.
The spoiled prick. The spoiled fucking prick that he is, like, he wants 8 million things. It's like, dog, I don't know what you're expecting. First of all,
but then I came through with the catcher's gear and a new bat and
you did. Both of them are both spoiled rotten. They just show it in different ways.
Yeah,
I give my nieces and nephews $20. That's it.
$20, man. I tell you what, if it wasn't for your shitty ass Thanksgiving spreads and cooking, you definitely were the least favorite aunt or uncle because
I'm the fun uncle. We have a good time when I'm around, but you ain't getting shit out of me.
Nah, see, I'd rather just buy my niece and nephew some shit, see them once or twice a year.
But also, I got a big ass fucking
goofy asses.
I got a big ass family, so if I start spending $100, $200-$300 on all these fucking kids.
Whoa, you talking about big ass families?
Right. First of all,
partridge family that we got.
Okay, like let's be clear. Like I got enough money for two good kids, then like 2 moderate kids, and then like 2 kids that don't get shit, and it goes based on seniority. Okay? And when they age out, then the money trickles down.
Yeah, you're out. You age out, you're out. That's it.
Once they're 18, you don't get them shit.
18? Yeah, no. Fuck you mean? Once they're in junior
I haven't bought them shit since I was like 13.
Hey, it's running. The faucet is trickling once you get into high school.
Bro, I bought this year for Christmas. I bought him for Christmas and his birthday. I bought him the 4-pack of Ninja Turtles on Fortnite. That was $30 for his birthday and Christmas.
Shit, I won't even spend that on myself.
Oh, I know, dude. I know. Every time we try and play the game with you and try and like have good skin coordination, you're the one that's like, nah, I ain't got that. No, I ain't got that. No, I ain't. Dude,
that's because y'all be trying to get me to buy, like, Mark wants me to buy this fucking football shit. I'm like, no.
Yeah, dude.
Madison's got that.
Buy the football players, dude.
She got her Fortnite dude running around as a Raider.
The other day, and we're looking. She's like, oh yeah, I got the football player. We were like, bet, run it. I told Mark too. I was like, goddamn, Drew don't even got the football player, but Madison got it. This is bullshit.
Well, also, but
maybe if it was like a real player, I would do it. Like, you give me some fucking, some Joe Burrow or some shit, like an actual Joe Burrow.
Cream and numbered. You could make any player in the league if you want.
Yeah.
No, but I need them to put in the work.
Gotta buy that shit herself. We buy it for her. You gotta buy that shit yourself. I get it. I feel it. Also, Madison also, first of all, she gets more than anybody because she brings home fucking straight A's. She plays sports. She don't give us no problems ever. She does everything she's supposed to. So she pretty much gets whatever she wants. But that's how life's supposed to work. When you do those things, when you put in that work, you're supposed to get whatever you want. So Yeah, but she gets it. You got to buy it. If I'm in your shoes, I'm not buying that shit.
I rarely spend money on Fortnite. Like I'll spend like here and there. Like I'll get the battle pass, like just to get all the skins, but that's like $10. And then like every once in a while, like I'll throw like $20 into it, but definitely not weekly. Maybe monthly, like $20. Maybe.
Dude, on Rainbow, I got not every single, but like almost every single elite skin. Like
I made that mistake back in when it was Madden 25, bro. Fucking, it was when I first got a job. I was putting all my fucking money into like the my team shit, like trying to get players.
Here's your first mistake. That's a yearly game. Okay, you don't ever do it on yearly games. Rainbow Six has been out for 9 fucking years. My skins stay with me. Fortnite's been out for 7 years. They stayed with us. Yeah. You know, I'm not fucking putting any money in sports game credits. That's such a waste.
I remember sport. Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day about how old Fortnite was. Actually, ironically, and I figured it was about 7 years at least because I remember I had a baseball tournament in Omaha, and I remember at night in the hotel, all the players. I didn't see no players, none of my players anywhere in the hotel. And usually they're all, running around, mingling and shit like that. They're high schoolers. I see no players around the hotel, and I'm like, what is going on? Finally find it all in one room. All 15 of them piled into one room playing Fortnite. And I'm like, what is this shit? And then they're like, oh, yeah, it's this and that. Blah, blah, blah. I said, all right, you know what? I don't give a shit, to be honest with you. I said 6 a.m. report time at the field tomorrow. Good night. Bye. But that was a hot minute ago, man. That was a long time ago. That was 2016 at least. So
I think it came out 2017.
Yeah.
2017?
Yeah.
Maybe. It was a while ago.
I remember my friends told me about it. Like, oh, it's a free game. Download it. I was like, oh, this is probably gonna be a piece of shit. Fucking 7 years later, it's fucking
that's the thing
king of the world still.
It's free. It's free. I'm like,
and now they added that fucking Guitar Hero fucking mode and like the racing shit. That game's gonna be around for a long time.
Yeah, they got the Lego Fortnite, which is like Minecraft, which I play, and then they're actually adding this
shut down. Allegedly, there was rumors about it shutting down.
Money talks. They got a bunch of like major deals, like I said with Lego. Lego paid them $1 billion. PlayStation paid them $1 billion. Marvel just signed on with them for $1 million or $1 billion. They're just raking in money. And then now they do the Cash Cup series where people pay and compete and win purses and shit. So it's like they're never gonna do anything. And they got this new mode coming out now where basically you can create a game inside the game. Like you can make maps like with and missions and shit. Like they give you access to a game engine to make your own games.
They're gonna have like a slasher fucking mode where you run away from P. Diddy.
That's 3 for the Diddy comments.
Hey, it's all I see on fucking Facebook.
Bro, we gotta count who wins. How many nipple dicks? Or how many? Or what was I saying? Not nipple dicks.
I don't know what the fuck you were talking about. You're talking about dick a lot.
I hit like 17 times. I was talking about something like a hard on or something.
I remember it, but I don't remember exactly what you were saying.
Oh, flaccid.
There you go. That was
flaccid
it.
Count versus the Diddy count.
Flaccid.
I bet you Diddy's real flaccid right now.
That's great.
Damn.
Sorry, I'm just sending a text message out. My bad. I got to reply to this message.
Yeah, I thought you were frozen. Anyways.
No, I was just replying to a message.
But that's okay. I was gonna just say right now that we're coming up on an hour here. So that's usually our cutoff time. So it was a good episode, guys.
Yeah, good episode. That really was a good episode. It was a good episode.
It was good getting back to it.
Thanks for checking it out. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, be a friend, tell a friend. Since I'm stealing that from our boy Pat McAfee. Be a friend, tell a friend.
And if you see something, say something.
Especially some P. Diddy shit.
Oh yeah.
or some
Good night,
Nickelodeon shit.
Hey, there's a lot of that shit going on around.
Some Roblox shit.